2000 vocabulary words, set 8. Encroaching. Taking, trespassing, or intruding on a person's possessions, territory, rights, personal life, etc., without right or permission, especially stealthily or by gradual advances. Advance gradually beyond proper, usual, or acceptable limits. Encumbrance. One that encumbers, a burden or impediment. A burden or claim on property, as a mortgage. Endemic. Very common, prevalent in, or peculiar to a particular locality, region, or people. Native. Endorse. To publicly declare one's support for something. To acknowledge a document by signing it. Endurance. The ability or power to withstand stress or an unpleasant situation. The act of persevering. Duration. Enduring. Long-lasting. Patient. Durable. Energy. The effort or power needed to do something. Heat, electricity, light or the resources used to produce power. Enervate. Deprive someone of physical, mental, or moral energy or vitality. Weaken. Enervating. Deprive of strength, force, vigor, etc., make someone or something very weak or tired, especially often physically, mentally, or morally. Enforce. To make someone comply with a law or a rule. To cause or force something. Enfranchise. To give a group of people or a person specific rights, especially the right to vote. To free from bondage. Engage. To occupy the attention. Engender. Produce, cause, or give rise to, a feeling, situation, or condition. Enhance. Intensify, increase, or improve the quality, amount, extent, or strength of something, as in cost, value, attractiveness, effectiveness, etc. Enigma. Someone or something that is mysterious, puzzling, and difficult to understand or explain completely. Enmity. Animosity. Hatred. Ill will towards others. A deep-seated dislike of another person. Enormous. Extremely large in size or quantity. Massive. Ensconce. To make oneself comfortable or safe, to settle. To conceal something. Ensure. To make sure that something happens or happened. To guarantee. To secure or make safe. Entity. An individual, complete, unit that possesses its own unique characteristics. A being. Enumerate. Name, a number of things in a series or list, separately, one by one. Determine the number of, count. Environment. All of the conditions and circumstances that surround a specific person, animal or thing. The surroundings. Ephemeral. Lasting for only a very short time. Epicure. A gourmet. Someone who enjoys good food and wine and has refined tastes. Epiphany. A moment when you suddenly see or understand the reality or essential meaning of something, usually initiated by some simple, homely, or commonplace occurrence or experience. Epistle. A missive, a long and formal letter. A literary work, such as a novel or a poem, that takes the form of a series of many letters. Epistolary. Conducted by letters, written in letter form. Associated with letters or the writing of letters. Epitome. A person or thing that is a representative or perfect example of a whole class or type. A summary of a written work, an abstract. Equanimity. The state of being calm, stable, and composed, especially after a shock or disappointment or in a difficult situation. Equate. To equalize. To make two or more things equal. To consider things equal. Equation. A math problem. The act of considering one thing to be the same as another. Equip. To give someone the tools or skills necessary to perform a job. To dress. Equipment. Supplies or tools needed to complete a task. Equitable. Dealing fairly and equally with everyone, just and impartial. Equivalent. Equal to. Of the same amount, size, value, meaning. Equivocal. Not clear and seeming to have two or more possible opposing meanings. Ambiguous. Equivocate. To deliberately speak in a way that confuses people in an attempt to conceal the truth. To lie. To mislead a person or people. Erode. To eat away or wear away something. To slowly deteriorate. To reduce something. Erosion. The gradual corroding or eating away of a subject. Deterioration. Erratic. Irregular in movement or behavior. Not following a regular pattern. Not doing what is expected. Erudite. Having, containing, or showing a lot of knowledge or learning gained from reading. Eschew. To escape or avoid. To stop doing something or give something up. To intentionally keep away from something. Esoteric. Intended for or understood by only a small number of people, especially those with special knowledge. Espouse. To marry someone or take them as your spouse. To give your support to a belief or an idea. To embrace a cause. Establish. To set up. Estate. A rather large piece of property. All of one's possessions at death. Estimate. To make a guess or calculate the amount or value of something. To judge. Estrange. Cause, someone, to be no longer friendly or close to another person or group, make unfriendly or hostile, alienate the affections of. As adjective estranged, of a wife or husband, no longer living with their partner. Ethic. A belief or set of beliefs which affects one's behavior. A person's moral principles or standards. Ethnic. Of or relating to a specific group of people who share a common race, heritage, set of customs or traditions. Etymology. The study of the history and origins of words. The study of the evolution of words. Eulogy. A speech or a piece of writing in praise of a person, event, or thing, especially one praising someone who has died. Euphemism. A word that is substituted for another, often unpleasant, offensive or upsetting, word. Evacuate. To empty something out. To make people move out of or away from an area that is in danger. To remove or discharge. Evaluate. To judge. To closely examine something before determining its value. Evanescent. Soon passing away or fading from sight, memory, or existence like vapor or smoke, quickly fading or disappearing, lasting for only a short time. Eventual. Happening at a time in the future that has not been specified. Eventually. In the end. At an unspecified time in the future. Finally. Evidence. Material that shows someone is innocent or guilty of something. Material that proves something. Evident. Clearly and easily seen or understood. Events. To show or demonstrate something in a clear way. To reveal something, such as an emotion. Evoke. Bring, a memory, feeling, image, etc., into the mind. Bring out, arouse, call forth. Evolution. Gradual development or change, especially over long periods of time. Evolve. To grow. To develop gradually over an extended period of time. To go through evolutionary changes. Exacerbate. Increase the severity, violence, or bitterness of disease, pain, annoyance, etc., exacting. Rigid or severe in demands or requirements, not easily satisfied, rigorous. Requiring great effort, time, care, patience, or attention. Excavate. Dig a large hole or channel in the ground, especially with a machine. Uncover or expose by digging, unearth. Dig out and remove, earth, soil, etc. Form, a hole, tunnel, etc., by digging. Exceed. To surpass. To go beyond. To be greater than. Exceptionable. Debatable, open to or causing objection. Upsetting. Causing people to be offended. Exclude. To leave someone or something out. To eject. To deliberately not include. To prevent. Exculpate. Show, declare, or prove that someone is not guilty of a crime or other bad action. Execrable. Abominable or excessively terrible. Detestable or easy to hate. Exegesis. Critical analysis or explanation of a text, especially one from the Bible. Exemplar. A person or thing that is worthy of imitation, especially a perfect or typical example or instance. Exemplary. Extremely good and deserving to be admired and copied, serving as a model or example. Of a punishment, serving as a warning or deterrent. Serving as a sample, instance, type, etc. Exemplify. To serve as a typical example of. To use an example to illustrate or clarify. To embody. Exhaustive. Complete, comprehensive. Dealing with or studying all aspects. All-inclusive. Exhibit. To display or show. To present to the public. To reveal. Exhibitionist. Someone who tries to attract attention or displays his or her powers, personality, etc., often in silly or strange ways. Exhort. Strongly encourage or urge someone to do something by strong, often stirring argument, admonition, advice, or appeal, admonish strongly. Exorbitant. Going far beyond what is reasonable, fair, expected, just, proper, or usual, especially of a price or amount charged. Exorcism. The act of getting rid of the evil spirits from one's body or specific place. Expand. To add details or information. To grow larger. To cause growth or to make larger. Expansion. Growth. The act or process of getting larger. An increase in size or number. Expatriate. Someone who no longer lives in the country they were born in or the country considered to be their homeland. Expedient. Helpful or useful in a particular situation and produces an immediate result or solution to a problem, even though possibly improper or immoral. Expedite. To hasten, to make something happen more quickly. To speed up. To do something efficiently as well as quickly. Expert. A person who has a great deal of knowledge about or skill in a specific subject. Expiate. To accept punishment or pay the price for one's actions. To make amends. Explicit. Fully and clearly expressed or demonstrated, leaving no room for confusion or doubt. Exploit. To take advantage of. To make use of. Exploitation. Selfish utilization of someone's work. Abuse of someone in order to gain advantage. Export. To sell or send abroad. To introduce or transmit an idea from one country into another. Expose. Make something visible by uncovering it. Lay open to danger, attack, harm, etc., leave unprotected or without covering. Make known, disclose, or reveal, something hidden, dishonest, etc. Expose oneself, display one's sexual organs in public. Exposition. A show where works of art are displayed for the public to contemplate. A clear, detailed, easy to understand explanation. A show in which many objects that are for sale are displayed. Exposure. The disclosure or revealing of something. The state of having no protection from the elements or other harmful agents. Expunge. To get rid of or cancel. To get rid of something written by erasing it or striking it out. Extant. Especially of a document, not destroyed or lost, still in existence, usually despite being very old. Extenuate. Of a factor or situation, lessen or try to lessen the seriousness or extent of an offense, guilt, etc., by giving excuses or serving as an excuse. Extenuating. Of a factor or situation, lessen or try to lessen the seriousness or extent of an offense, guilt, etc., by giving excuses or serving as an excuse.